Greetings, Citizen Fluffington.
In order to show you some more rare dialogue, we went ahead and rewound time. Instead of talking to Valeria, we're going to assassinate him here. At least I believe that's the trigger, is if you walk in this area, this guy will soon step out to talk to you.
A most prickly thorn pulled from our sides. While a touch incompetent, Investigator Valeria could have still proved difficult. I wonder, would you like to be more than a common murderer? To become an avatar of slaughter?
Sure thing. Last time I got an invitation like this, life got a lot more interesting.
You must kill again. Twice. Choose from our list of most unholy sacrifices. Remove your victim's hand. You will need it for what lies ahead. Good luck, aspirant. I trust we will meet again.
If you didn't meet Dolor at the wine festival, the facemaker is not yet in danger.
You appear to be lost, dear. I specialize in fashion, not potato sacks.
I'm looking to improve my attire, actually.
Well, that shouldn't be particularly difficult. A certain level of class is expected by my clientele. So if you wish to stay, I must insist you purchase some less depressing garments.
You're in danger. A killer is after you.
If looks could kill, Lord Gortash would have already hanged me. I wouldn't worry too much. This is undoubtedly some rumor cooked up by my many rivals.
Yeah, the only one that we can say that I want to kill you is the person in the tavern. If you do that, every commoner in the area starts a battle with you. That takes a long time. I don't know why it's that way for that. It's just, it is the exception. We can't even do it for this guy here.
It's not a rumor. You're literally named on a list of targets, and the people on it have already died.
Well, I suppose if it's that elaborate a prank, it rules out my sister as the culprit. Carmen can barely organize her own shop. Never mind stage a murder mystery to meddle with me. Very well. I'll take my precautions. Thank you.
Once you've gotten the password to the Baldur's Crypt, either from Orin's notes or pickpocketing Dolor, but you need to leave him alive and you need to have killed at least one victim.
I think you are confused, Wraith. You speak of another. Who has proven themselves like me? Who has sacrificed what I have? Speak!
We are approached, so still thy rant. Share you shall in murder's chant.
Who is this? Some worthless imitator, no doubt. A forgery.
Though folly most unusual. Just one may seek the tribunal.
Fine. I will add this pretender to my many sacrifices in Bhaal's name. May it please the tribunal.
That this tribunal would pit two perfect killers against each other shows it does not serve Bhaal. We should destroy it.
You're right. Bhaal is not a god of decrees and doctrines. He is the Lord of Murder. Let us remind the tribunal of this.
Best be on my way.
Welcome back. During Wins Baldur's Gate 3. Apologize for the very long delay. There's a lot of stuff that...
It's here. Stay away from the gate.
I apologize for the very long delay. There was a lot of stuff we needed to take care of for this next episode. But there's face makers, not too far from it, right here on the map. We can enter the Undercity. One thing to note is my character is wearing a helmet, but it only shows up when I zoom in. It is the Steel Watcher's helmet from the Steel Foundry. It's only worn for the fashion.
I gave my return to Baldur's Gate a lot of thought. I never pictured this, though.
Oh, what did you have in mind? A quiet party? Toasting your return with a few good friends?
Less quiet party with friends, more days of hedonistic debauchery. But otherwise, yes.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
Did you go for a swim?
But you know what? I'm learning to enjoy the taste of chaos. Count me in.
We can see that the quest itself is pretty far away, but it actually doesn't feel that far in the sewers. Probably because there's a lot of activity between us and the destination. There's a lot to search in this room, but that's for a side quest that is not related to our ball excursions right now. So we'll hold off on it. Underneath the stones is nothing really special.
That might be
It's
worth
just a very, very minor loot. We'll look at it on our way back. Here is a cranium rat.
That might be worth a look.
We'll see more of those as we progress. And here is our blood circle that we should be conscious of. Over here is a merchant. Part of the questy stuff in that direction that we ignored. Let's continue on to the Temple of Bhaal.
A rush of ancient whispers fills your mind as you approach the door. It is rife with magic. Old, deathly magic.
A new vessel brimming with blood darkens Baal's door to baptize his deus most holy. Do you have proof of your faith to our Lord?
I have proven my faith to the tribunal. I am an unholy assassin of Bhaal.
Then you will show the symbol granted by the justice.
Here, the amulet of Bhaal.
Proof of faith held in worthy hands. It is as the Dread Lord requires. Walk in blood.
Here we have a dagger pinned to pinning a note to the floor. To gain admittance to the Bhaal Temple, you must cross Manslaughter Chasm. If you're weak like this aspirant, the Far Slayer will deny you passage. Defeat him or die.
My first visit to the Undercity. A haven for undead, or so my tutors said.
Shadow people roaming shadow streets. There's little more to learn down here, but some depressing ways to die.
Waited a bit longer because normally dialogue between characters is longer than that. Up here is a small little chest.
Trap. Be cautious.
You would think that would just go ahead and disarm the trap, actually. Let's see if Tran can do this. We did it well enough. Yay, Pearl and Smoke Bomb. Alright, this next section, we're going to stealth and we're going to fly all the way around the corner. I'm not sure this will work out, but what we need to do... Okay, it's hard to see with the flight making everything dark. But there's a person here and a person here. We need to actually have the line hug the wall. So if the line... I think that might do it. Let's try. These guys are actually trying to flee because we got the aura of murder on. So I'm not actually used to that. Alright, let me think here. If they turn around, they'll actually catch me. Maybe we can get Asterion over here and finish them off quickly. So if they don't turn around, we'll be okay. These guys are staring straight down the hallway and can make it difficult for you to sneak past. There's also going to be vision lines from guys right here. They have very far vision lines, but they don't start the ambush, but these guys will. Let's just go and cast a scroll of flight. Not quite what I had in mind, but it'll work out. This is Astarion's first try at being a bow user instead of two-hand crossbows. And I think it worked out well.
Just like old times.
There's another person right here. We'll see if we can detect them. Looks like we did not, but maybe our party can. Let's try bringing Tran much closer. We'll turn off the aura of murder as well. They're just going to back out of it. Here's another group. When you complete this area, the bodies will despawn. That body with the half-naked man on it, you want to loot him if you're trying to get magic items. At this time we'll stealth before we start flying. Well, these guys don't actually have much loot. He's the only one with actual loot, so it's okay that the other person died or fell off. I didn't bring any human slaying arrows with me at this time. Alright, that'll be fine. I am assuming I can kill him because he is surprised. Never mind. Yeah, that is a guarantee. Bone Spike Gloves. Your attacks ignore resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damage. Normally you're to go along this way, and there are a set of ambushers up top and a set of ambushers on the bottom. I actually have not played this way legitimately. I've always stealthed through it and killed them. And this is, we'll say, my third or fourth run, but this is the first take of recording it. So we'll say the first take after rehearsals. Let's deal with the ones on top first. We'll have Tran. Oh. Convenient that these guys are right next to a smoke powder barrel. And unfortunately, Astarion did not detect anybody. But Tran cast guidance on himself. Stealth mode and fly across. Remember, he's got the magic eye from having his little surgery. There we go, we got all three in this area. And maybe even some of the ones downstairs. Let's go ahead and have Astarion deal with these guys. I'm curious, if I stealth shoot this, will they still count as surprise? Well, let's give it a shot. Nope, they were not surprised. I mean, it was kind of a surprising, but no, they were not surprised by that.
should stay crouched forever.
Tran failed his perception check, but that's okay. We have these three here.
Why do people do
Let's go and
this
bring
all
the rest
day?
in. Those perception checks are just to determine whether or not you know the ambush is there, but we as the player already know it. Next up is Will. We have some enemies that are under sanctuary modes. That can be kind of problematic.
Not a peep.
Activate defensive protection from missiles. They also combine their sanctuary with invisibility. Oh, you made Will use his shield spell. You almost hit him. Here's the thing, though. First off, they didn't even nick his temporary 8 hit points from his not Tyrannical Jack, but it's just the one on the right. When the wearer casts a spell that requires concentration, they gain 8 temporary hit points. That was the boots we got a long time ago. Then I put on this for saving throws to protect against fire. Then the cloak, the genie's cloak that gives him eternal wetness. Yeah, they were not going to hurt him. And then on top of that, he's got Baldur's helmet to heal 2 hit points. There's nothing they can do about this. Okay, anyways, what we want to do is we don't want to throw actually at the edge here. We want to throw right there. So if you're following along, I'm going to throw here. That'll get all 3 of them. You're looking for the gold dwarf, and then there's the 2 humans flanking him. Alright, and we'll just hold the position here while Astarion catches up. Here, we do need to bite one of them, so we'll, if there's enough time. Alright, let's go and fire. Because attacking these guys sometimes alerts that enemy. We'll see if we get it. Yes, it did alert that other enemy. Alright, that's not great. He's not surprised, because we used up our surprise rounds earlier over there. So what I might be able to do is, I stand over here, I should be able to hit Mangling Abbey. Didn't even make me use my dread shot. Weak. Tran is just the eyes. I could also increase his perception by giving him a shield of perception, but this is fine for right now. And have him fly on up. Astarion, we're going to have him continue to climb. To give you perspective, this is where the party is on that stairway. This is where the ambush would happen. I actually have never done this, so I don't know what the ambush normally looks like. Because I'm not ridiculous enough to walk into an ambush. Cue all the angry people who have walked into this ambush. But why would you ever do that? It's a strategy game. Yes, it's an RPG, but you're supposed to use tactics. Not trying to be mean. This is the guy who would cast a power word kill, which you can negate just by having more than 100 hit points or stepping outside the field. Neither of which is really problematic. I have Tran step back here. You can also just walk past. You drink 1 invisibility potion, run it past everybody, and you'll be fine. There's no issue anywhere. We need to deal with these guys. It's going to result in him seeing us, and he'll start a battle. So I have not tried this method yet. We're gonna hit him with an arrow of arcane interference. Was he silenced? Yes, he was. Excellent. Now we're gonna hit him with the arrow of thunder. He's only got a normal spear on him. Oh wait, he was unstoppable. That's right, my bad. Because he's unstoppable, he can't actually be moved. Let's get rid of the rest of those. Now we'll hit him with a thunder arrow. And he's gone. Okay, we need to deal with these three. Let me think here. Misty step up. Apparently that did not count as a kill, so we have to kill one of these guys. Use a dread shot on him. Then we'll use an arrow of the mini on him, just to confirm we'll get the kill. Well, it doesn't really confirm the kill, but it helps significantly. It gives us an extra 2 shots. Oh, come on. Fine. Oh, she did die. I thought she stayed alive for that. Alright. They're all dead. That is how you assassin. Let's get our party through. Yeah, that super dude at the end, he only has a normal spear. And once there's his body. Once he's been defeated, all the other bodies disappear. So if we didn't loot, I'm trying to show you these corpses. These corpses are gone. These characters would be close enough to see it, but yeah, the corpses are gone. Actually, everybody's stealthing, so let's unstealth everybody. And that should get them over here.
The Lord of Murder shall perish.
But in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny.
This next section will require a little bit of finesse as well. There are a bunch of cranium rats in this optional area. I don't know if it's always going to be optional, as in we have to clear it out eventually or not. But we are going to clear it out now. Let's go and send in Shadowheart by herself. The problem with the cranium rats is, should you end up attacking them, you will have to pass an intelligence check or become confused. So if you send in one person by themselves, when they are confused, they don't do anything harmful to you. We have equipped her with the Wave Queen's robes, which allow her to cast a huge water spell. And in the midst of all this water, let's go ahead and slow down time so we can kill somebody. She's immediately confused.
We swarm, we swallow, we contain.
So what's going on is I equipped her with the boots that electrify any water she's standing in. And every time the electricity hits a rat, it confuses her again. Imagine, I mean, I don't know what what would happen if you would attack this with a normal. I almost never approach these fights normally, so I don't actually know if this is overkill. Who's left? They didn't even make it to me, to my blazing retaliation. All right. Evading the Elder Brain. When we captured you, you were a rogue, an autonomous elephant, beyond the power of the Elder Brain that transformed you.
That is correct.
When we brought you back into the psionic ambit of our hovering friend, the Absolute, fences were overwhelmed and you returned to your former servile state.
Also correct.
How did you escape the control of the Elder Brain in the first place?
In my original humanoid form, I possessed an exceptionally strong personality. So much so that even after Ceramorphosis, I was still substantially myself. Of course, I concealed this beneath a semblance of perfect servitude.
And that's why the Elder Brain was willing to send you out of the colony on scouting missions.
Yes, as I told you before.
How long did you feign mental slavery before you were able to escape?
13 3/4 years.
Until you were finally given a mission to Baldur's Gate, distant enough to be out of the Elder Brain's control.
That is correct.
Remarkable.
That is correct.
And you don't mind that we brought you back under psionic control?
I am entirely devoted to the needs of our Elder Brain and of its masters.
You're not lying about that, right?
Correct. That would be impossible.
I like that book. We'll take it with us. And we can activate this boat, but I assume that's through the in-game stuff. You can search the rats, but not a single one had any loot. Chest, nothing in it. Nothing of consequence. Alright, back to the Bhaal Temple. Oh, actually one last thing, because I want to, I guess, not really mock, but perhaps point ridicule at this. There is a waypoint right here. So we can take a look at this column. We'll consider that this column is obviously going to be older than the ancient sigil. So somehow there is a mythic rune of antiquity in the inside of a column. Sure game. And this temple was probably had to have been built before Baldur's Gate ever was built. Then in that case, number one, why would Baldurin assemble a city on top of an evil temple? Yes, he might not know it's down here, but realistically he probably would have, considering one, he entombed a dragon down here. Number two, he's supposed to be a very powerful adventurer, so powerful that he resisted Ceramorphosis. Right. Oh, and up here some more gems. You can find out the skeleton right there. Okay, number two, if there was a Temple of Bhaal down here, that means that there was a Temple of Murder down here where there was probably no one to murder because he hadn't built the port yet.
Too open. We might as well bare our buttocks to every archer within a mile.
Give them your shoulder and hope for the best.
Chaos will be sown from their passage.
Here we'll find another piece of dribbles underneath some mines, or on top of some mines, actually.
Corpses, arranged with some intent.
Actually, click on it. That was not clicking on it, so it doesn't count. I've got to actually see it displayed or highlighted. Path interrupted. Come on, game.
Trap. Be cautious.
Okay. And underneath the one on the far left.
So saith the wise Alondo.
Wait, I know this head. It belongs to Dribbles the Clown.
Emelesin the Sixth. She was one of the ghosts in Saravok's tribunal. The effigy of Emelesin, who grasped divinity. What use her betrayal? She thought herself perfect, but forgot the one she served. Orin. See that chest there? But
trap.
Again, nothing that I'm particularly worried about.
More dangerous than I thought.
But Alondo did not see. He did not know. He did not revel in the glory of what is to come.
And then all the statues will then repeat the last line. Because there's more statues in this direction. That would be the other way up the stairs that we descended from.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
I don't actually know if this trap is supposed to do anything. Maybe if I weren't an assassin of Bhaal, I don't know. But when you walk on it, geyser appears, or a vent, which sets out unstable blood, which I assume is explosive or flammable, but they never actually reach the fire. So it might just be that because we have gone through the tribunal, this is not a problem for us? I don't know.
Stone seals this chamber against the world.
I confess that the last time I came here, I thought it would be my tomb. You can see why.
The Bhaal amulet trembles in frightened awe.
Examine the door.
Murder. Bloody murder. Who else but Bhaal would these symbols honor?
Press the amulet against the door.
return once you cross this threshold.
Yes. Also, the amulet was on the floor during the cutscene, or something that looked like an amulet, but I see nothing right now. Outlander.
Why must the dead three be so obvious and ugly with their decor? Blood and bones, bones and blood. Pointy nonsense. At least Shah had some panache.
As did Mistra's home on Elysium. Her ribbed vaults and buttresses created a magic entirely of their own. Not to mention her pleasure domes.
Pleasure dome.
It's a perfectly legitimate architectural feature.
Okay, I've heard the term buttress, though I've never heard the term, I don't know if it's a term, a pleasure dome. But since he also used the word ribbed something, I'm assuming that it's just all a big joke here. And it is lost on me. Alright, we need to hop on down. This is where we want to go, but we're actually going to circumvent that for a second. So this will be my first take here, because there are achievements associated with this.
Lady Orin awaits you at the altar. Make haste!
Lady Orin awaits you. Yes.
Yeah, I think Akrura is the name of a type of monster. This I think is supposed to be the Dark Urge. And maybe some people, nobody's mentioned it yet, but maybe some people are disappointed that I didn't play the Dark Urge. I didn't really know anything about the game at that time. I never looked up Baldur's Gate stuff. And I will say that chances are, I would like to think that my choices are more evil than being involuntarily compelled to do it. I'm making evil choices through intention, rather than because the game picked it for me. Poisons, okay. Blood envy for the unworthy. Oh, my stupid slaughter kid. How many thousands will you mutilate before you learn to make their blood spill worthy of Father's altar? You deceive your god with these mindless flayings, and our temple, no, my temple, decays because of it. It can't be so. It mustn't be so. The favorite of Bhaal must be one worthy of his name, one who serves him, and only him. If you insist on shouldering the yoke of these other so-called chosen, I'll craft you a better one. A worm to make you mindless as the altar meat you butcher. Now restore this temple in Bhaal's true image, a glorious vision built atop your festering corpse. I have no idea who wrote this, because it could be this person I'm about to try speak with the dead with. Let's also take a look at some of these other articles before we speak with the dead, in case it adds any more dialogue options. I, Orin, called the Red by the Shalar, daughter of Helena, granddaughter of Saravak Anchev, do vow in the name of Bhaal, my lord of murder, to serve his unholy will. I shall become an incarnation of slaughter, and the pain of humiliation inflicted upon his temple by the ignorant masses of Baldur's Gate shall be repaid 1,000-fold. This do I swear and attest with my own heart's blood. Chest key, but I think we already picked that. Oh, I picked up invasion plans of Baldur's Gate. Sure, why not? Concerning Orin the Red. Little sister, whatever in the Grey Waste are we going to do with you? Bhaal will never care that you waste your time posing your corpse dollies. Bhaal doesn't care whether you give him the corpse of a pauper or of a king. At the end of the day, all Father wants is death in droves, death in numbers, to sap away the life of this dull world as swiftly and widely as we can. You plan, you plot, you prevaricate, and you waste his time. Bhaal doesn't need us to think, he needs us to kill. You kill beautifully, and have talents in your shape's magic that I would never will, but you do not understand, Lord Bhaal. This is the failing of your diluted blood, and as a mere grandchild, I am his sole living pure blood. I will accept no challenge from you until you show some damned respect. Okay? Let's go ahead and cast Speak with the Dead.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
What happened to you?
Orin, my daughter. I tried to kill her, but she killed me first.
Why did you try to kill your own daughter?
I wanted to be Bhaal's chosen. Saravok told me she must be my offering. I was close, my hand around her throat. I failed.
I like the extra detail there that she's missing her hand.
Does Orin know that Saravok ordered you to kill her?
No, she worshipped him, loved him. So did I.
Where are you from?
Baldur's Gate, Brandon District.
State your name.
Helena Anchev, daughter of Saravok, mother of Orin.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Let's get our party powered up and ready for this battle. Tran. I'm going to cast Shield of Thralls. Improved Bardic Inspiration on Asterion. Call it there. We could Bardic Inspiration all 9 of the characters, but that's a bit overkill, I think. We'll go and cast Mage Armor. Jaheira. Asterion, we're going to give you the first tadpole that doesn't go to Tran or Minthara because they are maxed. Now you cast Luck of the Far Realms at will, but we're not going to do so right away because everybody starts with Unstoppable around here. Well, not him apparently. Most of them will start with Unstoppable around here. There's no point critting that. Will, let's go and max you out on Armor of Agathis. Actually, and since we no longer need you to use your shield, we'll switch you to Sword of Screams. Okay. You can also cast Armor of Agathis, which will increase your Arcane Ward. I think that's it we need with you. Gale. I don't think there's anything that you need to cast. I could cast stuff like this, but I don't think that's going to be necessary. We already have plenty of characters as it is. We're going to go ahead and cast Hero's Feast and Aid at max level. And I think that'll be it for you. Jaheira, you're already running your symbiotic, so that's we don't need to do anything with you. And Minthara, you're running Detect Thoughts, which won't contribute anything because you're no longer equipped with the items that give you concentration bonuses. But I do that out of my routine, such as trying to bind my weapons in the morning. Okay, that is the party situated. Turn-based mode. Then I think here. Potion. Run up. You run far. Did all these people up there.
The path is set.
Then we'll have you use Crawler Mucus. Herlac will put you at the end over here. Asterion. Put you over here. Will put you up front. Shadowheart. Have you flank to the side. Gale. This is about as far as you can run. Halsin also put you to the side. Jaheira. And then Minthara will also put you up front.
What to do?
Then Tran will move in.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
I smell it. Gortash's corpse stain. His killer approaches. See how good I was? How patient while you drained the tyrant's juices for me. I left the blood inside, the pelt unskinned. Oh, but I had such plans for this one. And the blade was made to slice.
Enough. It's me you wanted.
You long for me, don't you? You crave the feeling of my blades against your skin. You will be next. Your blood will clot the gutters of this place. Your flesh will rot on the slab. A worthy offering at last. All the lordling's pretty plans bleeding out in the gutters. And soon, your crimson will join his. I will finish what my grandfather started. Seravok brought this city to its knees, but I will be the one to slit its throat. I am Bhaal's chosen.
You really shouldn't listen to Seravok. He ordered your mother to kill you and lied to you about your heritage. You're both his granddaughter and his daughter.
No. No. No, no, no! He didn't! He didn't! Filthy, pig-mouthed little liar! Grandfather loves me! He worships me! How dare you smear his name! It will not save you.
Bhaal rejoices in such cruel betrayals. You really believed you were the exception.
There's no actual value to winning this, except I just want to cause her emotional damage, which is not an actually calculated damage.
No. Not him. Not him. I did all this for him! Everything! Everything!
No, Orin. You did this for me.
Bhaal, Father, they lied to me! They lie!
Hush, child. No more doubts. No more fears. No more Orin. Become murder.
Babe, you got real ugly.
Stop!
They have stunned Tran, but that's okay because we've also snuck up on them. Telling everybody to attack, but I think the game is kind of lagging trying to keep up. Let's see, Will hasn't yet attacked. And Karlak. I was actually going to attack all these people around, but unfortunately, time did not stop because Tran was stunned and everything. He rode poorly on initiative and got stunned as a result. I just had my characters enter battle as fast as possible, and now we'll go ahead and continue attacking. Let's see. I don't know what she has 2 stacks of unstoppable left. Go ahead and throw. No, let's not throw that one actually. I should have raged first. That's okay though. She was unstoppable anyways. Still is. Now it's worn out. I'm gonna start doing some actual damage to her. We also have arrows of monstrosity slaying. I wonder how much damage this is gonna do. Whatever it was, it killed her. I could have hit her with arrow of the mini, and that would get these guys, even though they are under sanctuary. So I can still target this one. Switch to someone else real quick. Critical miss. Good job, Will. Actually, we need to have Will end his turn. Skip Asterion for a second. She could drink a haste potion, but I think I'm already winning, so. Skip your turn. Apparently I'd get also swing. Everybody just sort of stacked on there. I don't know if this was good footage for that. I may have to redo this to get quality kill Orin. The Minthara, we can action surge. And let me think here. What if we could try Black Hole. Wait, that's not Black Hole. That is Repulsor. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't affect them with that. You cast one of these spells though. I assume you cannot command them. No. Wait, that wasn't selected. Yeah. All right. Alson, do you have any moves left? I can't do it. I might actually be able to kill the whole team. Can I knock you into the chasm? Alright, if I can kill the whole team, I think we'll go with this footage. If not, I'll try again doing something. Get that line perfectly into the chasm. Come on, I see it for a second. Oh, you saved. Drink a potion. Alright, you are the last one. Someone with a bonus action left. You have bonus action left. So I can have you drink that. And what kind of spell we want to cast on you? Unfortunately, Tran is kind of in the way.
A metallic tang fills the air as the Slayer's form is drained of life. Ashes to ashes, blood to blood, you have robbed another god of his chosen.
So, we have the final stone. I need to see it for myself. There it is. So innocent, but such potential. You have done very well indeed.
The Netherstones pulse with psionic energy, permeating you, pulling you in line with their rhythm. The thrum quickens, rising, cresting on a single feeling. A location.
A morphic pool beneath the city itself. So that's where the Chosen imprisoned the brain.
Do you think we're ready to face the Elder Brain?
With the stones in hand and the Chosen dead, we stand as good a chance as we ever will. As to how good a chance that is, I cannot say. But I have hope.
Why would they put it there?
To conceal it, one would imagine. And to maintain the illusion of their own control above ground.
We should go back to the Undercity Docks.
When we reach the pool, we will find the brain, and we will end this. In death, thraldom, or freedom. But a word of caution. Once we cross into the Elder Brain's domain, there will be no turning back. Finish your business here before you proceed. The brain will be waiting for us.
So the battle didn't unfold perfectly as the way I envisioned it. I wanted Minthara to sort of do epic battle against her while everybody else attacked the periphery soldiers. But then once Tran was actually getting wailed on and was stunned, I figured I needed to bring other people in and just freeze time. But then when I sent the first person in and attacked, he was drawn out of the turn-based mode for the inactive battle members and put inside the combat. So then the rest of these guys, they were left outside of battle. And that was not working. I was a bit too stealthy, I guess. Let's go and talk to Minthara, and then we're going to murder the rest of the cultists.
Hard to believe she is dead, after all that she did to me. I do not often doubt myself. But surviving Orin took courage and strength I was not sure I had. I could not have faced her without you.
Our fight isn't over yet. Not until we confront the Elder Brain.
Correct. I am glad you see things as I do. No matter what victory we have won, we cannot afford to relax our guard. While the brain is still free, and we are still infected, we will never be safe. But we can talk of this later. For now, let us be glad that we still draw breath, and that Orin does not.
Do what everybody else has to say. Will?
Bhaal's chosen has been bled. May her torment be tenfold of that which she inflicted.
Hells take that Bhaal freak. She would have bled the whole world just for the fun of it. We've got her Netherstone now. One step closer to getting the Netherbrain under control.
Orin was a monster, whatever her form. I suppose growing up somewhere like this would make a monster of anyone.
That's Orin dealt with. Good riddance. Now that we have her Netherstone, we're one big step closer to finishing this. Once and for all.
I would be lying if I told you I was certain we would walk out of that temple alive. We faced Bhaal there once before, and I was not ready to count on luck a second time. But luck had no part in it. Just you. That is both chosen beaten, and their stones wrested from their grasp. But where they fall, the Elder Brain rises. It is already worming its way free. We must find it before it slips its collar, whether we are ready or not.
Good riddance to the shape changer. Couldn't have happened to a worse wretch.
The blight that was Orin has been purged from the world. And we have another Netherstone also. A significant step towards stopping this evil, once and for all.
We get the studded... Oh, this is nothing, okay. The Crimson Mischief. That's in addition to the dagger which we picked up. Right here. Bloodthirst. We'll look at the Bloodthirst first. Number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking is reduced by 1. The spec and stack. Exploit weakness. Creatures hit with this weapon receive vulnerability to piercing damage. Oh. Probably could have done a little bit easier if I had turned this on. Though I'm not sure how much of that damage I was doing was piercing. Crimson Mischief. This weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 piercing damage against targets with 50% of their hit points or fewer. Red Vein Savagery. Attack with advantage. The target takes an additional 7 piercing damage. Key to rescue Lae'zel. Mutilated Carapace. You gain a +1 to attack and damage rolls while shapeshifting or disguised. You have an advantage on deception checks and persuasion checks. Okay. No fair. She was wearing 2 pieces of armor. Because that's not a cloak, I would assume, not. Yeah, it's a chest armor. So she was wearing that and her studded leather. I don't think these guys have any loot. I don't actually know what's behind this point. Oh yeah, that dagger. Those 3 archers that are on the cliff that Will had faced off against, they each carry a murderous cut dagger. This weapon deals an additional 1 to 4 piercing damage against targets with 50% of their hit points or fewer. We'll just take 1 for our collection. And then this is one of the sanctuary worshippers. Let's go ahead and rescue Lae'zel.
My head is pounding. To think I was taken captive by that disgusting creature. An error I'm glad you swiftly rectified. To camp. I will not let my guard slip again. I swear by Mother Gith's Scion.
Realistically, there's no reason she should have ever been captured. If we just take a look at her stats, she's got displacement, meaning there's disadvantage to attack rolls against her. She has Gith equipment, which will give her resistances. She has the Reaper's armor. She despawned, or whatever you want to call it. That's why it disappeared. She has the Reaper's armor, meaning she cannot be moved against her will. I mean, there's really... these guys are already dead. I can't imagine how she would have gotten captured.
Must be on my way.
some more peeps just spectating. This is one of the 2 Orin appearances. They don't really have anything worthwhile to say. They just talk about how much they would like to kill you. Let's go and start shooting. I didn't do it for a surprise round because one of them will have Sanctuary. That was weak. Your Sanctuary, that's why I can't do anything to you. Oh, also Sanctuary. Fine. Okay, I guess we in your turn there. Let them take a move. Will, can you finish off anybody? Now remember that I can still do this. Probably because nobody ever casts it, so the developers don't know that that's an interaction you can do.
Be split and spilled before it's thrown.
Do you care? It doesn't appear so. Prowler Mucus. Another murderous cut. We'll take the Prowler Mucus.
Gods, who knew such a vile abscess lurked in the bedrock of the city? The very stone reeks of misery and despair.
This sad shrine kept by the lunatic and the lost. The last time I was here, I promised myself I would die beneath open sky. I have not changed my mind.
Nor should you. Far better to feel a cool breeze on your skin than whatever foul explorations blow through these halls.
Here's another one with Sanctuary, though we might be able to knock her off the edge since she's so close to it. Oh, she's got Unstoppable on, so that's not going to work. Alright, let's just go ahead and use Arrow of the Many here. Didn't trigger against her because she wasn't hostile at the time. Alright, Tran, you're up first. Fortunately, he doesn't have something like telekinesis in his current loadout. Otherwise, I would try to throw her into the chasm. Just knock out her unstoppable stacks. Then it's Gale's turn. Let's go ahead and twin. Actually, let's see here.
Battle favors the fearless.
Let's see if we can get you to cast Hold Person, but first you're gonna have to connect with somebody. There we go. We got at least one connection. Okay, and then Gale, Twin, Witch Bolt. Let's get you as close as possible. So, Tran back up. I want to make sure I'm within that range to. Actually, can I just hop over? Alright, you can't really get much closer than that. Twin, Witch Bolt. That is Witch Bolt. Yeah, okay. You got so many different lightning ones. Oh, if I should have cast Wet on them too to do 184 damage to her. I'll be okay with 90 damage. Alright, this place has been cleansed. Let's get out of here and head back to camp. We have to leave the temple before we are able to do any sort of warping.
From bonds free, no more a slave. Liberators, saviors, pawns, dupes, fools. Released! Usefulness ended. Targeted. Killed! Death. Unavoidable.
Speaking of which, that reminds me. So we have dispatched Gortash, and Duke Older Ravengard is still just chilling in our camp. And the Flaming Fist are still going to be their normal obstacle selves. We can actually walk up while I rant. They're still, I mean, I don't know what's all in the city, but I'm sure that the Flaming Fist will play the part of antagonists for our characters. They all will say the same thing, so we'll go up to this one. But yeah, the Older Ravengard is just going to let the Flaming Fist do their regular, whatever they were doing when you first arrived in the city, be the bad guys of the player characters. Meaning that we'll end up having to kill lots of them. Yeah. Good job, Ravengard family. Nice to know that you actually care about doing something. So that was a very, very productive, at least for me, it feels very productive, run into the temple. I like how we handled each of the fights there. I think the last one could have done a little bit better, but that would be my first full run at it. And I think I did our heist. I don't know what we'll be doing next. If you have suggestions and the next video hasn't yet been uploaded, please feel free to leave in the comments below what area of Baldur's Gate you'd like me to first visit. Thank you very much for watching. Tran wins Baldur's Gate 3. I'll see you next time.